Did you know that microwave popcorn bags are lined with a chemical that's been linked to lung disease? Say what? It's time to ditch the microwave and start making popcorn on the stove. It's a way healthier option for you and your family. And in this video, I'll show you just how easy it is. Hi, I'm Andrea, and welcome to the Grit and Grace Mom channel. Our focus here is helping busy moms save time and money in the kitchen. So why would you want to make popcorn on the stove versus a microwave? On the face of it, that doesn't seem like you'd be saving time, right? I mean, microwave popcorn does seem like the time-saving option. However, have you ever looked at the list of ingredients on a bag of microwave popcorn? In addition to the chemicals, which I talked about at the beginning of this video, you'll notice that the oil that it's cooked in a lot of times is pretty inflammatory. They use palm oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. These oils are not very good for your bodies. When you make it yourself, you get to decide and control what kind of oil you use. And on top of that, you get to control how much oil you use and what seasonings you put in. A bag of microwave popcorn typically has a whole lot more sodium than you're going to find in your homemade batch. Plus, it's fun and it's not as hard as you think. And in my opinion, it is way more delicious than what comes out of the bag. So what do we need to get started? So good news, the ingredient list for homemade popcorn is very short. We need some popcorn kernels and some kind of oil. I'm going to be using coconut oil today. You could also use avocado oil. I do not recommend olive oil or butter because they have a pretty low smoke point. You want something with a pretty high smoke point, so coconut oil is my choice, but avocado oil would also work. And we don't need any fancy equipment. We need a heavy stock pot with a lid, and we need some oven mitts. So the first thing we want to do is get our cooking oil into the pan. I'm using coconut oil here, but you're going to want 3 tablespoons of whichever oil you're choosing. And I've got the pan on medium heat so it can start to melt. While the oil is melting, we're going to want to put 2 test kernels into the pot. This is going to tell us when our oil is hot enough. See, it just popped. I did fast forward a little bit in the editing process. But anyway, when your kernels pop, you know that the oil is at the correct temperature. So I shut off the heat and then I put 1/3 cup of kernels into the pot and cover the pot. Leave the heat off for 30 seconds. Now 30 seconds have gone by and I turned the heat back up to medium, leaving the lid on the pot. You see I've got the oven mitts on now because now the pot is hot. So I'm going to be shaking the pot every so often. I've left the audio on in this clip because I wanted you to be able to hear the kernels as they start to pop. So I'm just shaking the pot every so often. The reason I'm doing that is so kernels don't sit on the hot surface too long because that's how they get burnt. So I'm just going to pick it up and shake it a little bit, and then I'm listening for the kernels popping. Please excuse this dog. He is very food motivated. He's hoping I drop something. Anyway, I'm shaking the pot, making sure those kernels don't get burnt. The kernels, they're gonna pop, and those pops are gonna get closer together, and then they're gonna get farther apart. When you hear the sound of the kernels popping begin to slow down, that's when you know most of the kernels have popped, and it's getting to be time to shut off the heat. This dog is back again. I'm so sorry if you are an animal lover and it bothers you that I just pushed the dog out of the way with my foot. Anyway, back to the popcorn. I am shaking the pot just to make sure those kernels don't burn. The kernels are slowing down, so I know that it's getting close to being done. So as the kernels are winding down, I'm gonna make sure I have some place to pour the kernels. So you'll hear me, I'm getting a bowl ready to pour the popped kernels into, and I'm gonna shut the heat off, and I have my bowl ready to go. I'm gonna lift the lid off, and as quickly as I can, pour these kernels into the bowl. I think I actually popped them all. I don't see any unpopped kernels. Awesome. So my favorite seasoning combination is salt and a little bit of sugar. It's like DIY kettle corn. And I'm just gonna kind of mix it up with my hands, but you can do all kinds of seasonings here. You could do garlic powder, you could do chili powder, paprika, and now I'm gonna taste it and it is yummy. So there you have it, a quick, simple, and delicious way to enjoy homemade popcorn. Next time you're having a family movie night, you don't need the microwave. Just go ahead and pop up some popcorn on the stovetop. Your family, your taste buds, and your health will thank you. What are some of your favorite flavor combinations for your homemade popcorn? I'd love to know. Go ahead and comment down below. If you've enjoyed this video, if it has been helpful to you in any way, then please give it a like and consider subscribing for more family-friendly recipe tips and tutorials like this one. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.